There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Globe.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
Welcome back to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Keremi. Now, today we have an interesting topic, and trust me, you want to hear this. What are the silent deal breakers that women have and won't tell you? As women, we have little mysteries, right? Yes, I know we have mysteries as women.
Yes.
And today we want to discuss it all. What are the silent deal breakers that we have as women and won't tell?
Yes, and the reason some things they won't tell you is because if they have to tell you, either you don't have it or she's trying to tell you too much. Relationships are interviews, and when you come for interview, you don't tell the interviewee what you're looking for.
Yes.
You might facilitate pretense. You tell them how to pretend.
You want to see what they can offer.
Exactly. You want to check whether they have that. You know? So not everything we are looking for we generally tell. Even both genders. There's some things you know very well. You should either have it or you don't have it.
Yeah.
I should not ask for it. Some things are too fundamental for this role. Just too fundamental.
Yes.
And if it is a basic tenet of what it involves, being a woman, being a wife, and then I have to prescribe it, it means you don't have it.
Yes.
You know? And although this society has mixed up life until now, the vehicle for experiencing love was meant to be marriage.
Yeah.
But now people have changed that vehicle to relationship.
Yes.
Remember that? Previously, it was that love was inside a covenant, inside a connection. The Creator designed, that's the sale of society. That you shall be with one, you leave your father and mother, you cleave to this one, and that's where you give yourselves everything.
Yes.
But this generation does not want commitment, covenants does not want serious. They try to steal the good part.
Yeah.
By forming things they call serious relationships.
Serious.
Yes. So they don't therefore understand how to examine each other as wife and husband. Remember, when you're looking for relationship, you don't examine that woman as wife. You examine her as girlfriend.
Yes.
And every woman can be girl. Girl is about fun.
Yes.
Girlfriend. The language we use dictates how we think.
Yes.
Boy, friend.
A friend who is a boy.
It's romantic, but it's a boy. It's not man.
Yeah.
You know, husband, as you remember that word, husbandman, animal husbandry,
Yes.
is animal management. Husband, by definition, is manager.
And his man.
Yes. Just remember that whenever you talk about relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, it's all about fun. It's all about good time. It's all about goosebumps. It's all about chemistry. I feel you.
Yes.
I have feelings for you. It's that casual. Relationships, feelings.
It's casual.
Feelings.
Yes.
So even if they try to add other words like committed relationship, that's like a guy selling you a burger, but he places a small piece of vegetable there to make you think.
It's a vegetable burger. Yes.
So the term committed relationship means nothing.
Yeah.
In the context of today's society, relationships are not preparation for marriage. Marriage is incidental. It's not even part of what people are talking about.
Yeah.
This culture has diluted the place of examining each other with life in view. They examine each other with love in view, romance in view.
Yes.
So the language of checking a woman or checking a man for the one to create your children with, intentionality, the one you're selecting the father for your children, the one you're selecting the genealogy,
Yes.
the ancestry, where to plant your generations, your descendancy. the one for weighing where your surname, the name for your children, your own name and social connection and DNA, feelings, finances, faith. When you choose a person, you're not choosing a person, you're choosing a life.
Yes.
Choosing energy, choosing genealogy. If we return to the basics of what it was meant to be, there's no room for casualness. There's no room.
Yes, it's that serious.
It's dead serious. When you realize that there's some things you create here and you never outgrow them until death, until eternity, you're starting a ripple effect that will outlive you. You're creating children that will bury you, my friend.
Yes.
You cannot. Whoever introduced the idea of sex for fun was the enemy of humanity. Enemy of humanity. Anybody who thinks you can just have good time. They even call it making love. You cannot make love outside marriage. You're making disaster.
Yes.
There's no such. These are all terminologies coined to hypnotize us from the fact that sex is sacred, but we're reducing it to a sport.
Yeah.
So what we're discussing today, the evaluations that are necessary when a woman is looking at long-term marriage, covenant, when she's looking at the person who will infuse her energy, her nervous system, her psychology.
Yes.
If you think about it, what it means to merge your life with another in marriage, you become, you approach it with a touch of fear because the consequences are unimaginably high, long-lasting, far-reaching. You will come there with craze. A simple comparison is when you're purchasing something with all the savings you've done in your life.
All the savings.
All the savings in your life, you're now purchasing that one house.
Item.
And you're considering this property. When you get into the market, when everything you have is at stake.
No second chances.
You are so careful.
Yes.
If I told you, remember the pain and how it took you long to get here. And that this is the stepping stone to your next level. This is the money you had been saving to come acquire this one. Things that it can take you to the next level in life.
Yes.
You don't go there sleeping with the sellers of the house.
Sure.
You may like some people there, but you don't even open that discussion.
Yes.
You know the discussion, what the negotiation, my whole savings are at stake. My next phase in life is at stake. If you viewed relationship, love, and marriage like that, you'd approach it, you knowing this is not just a person I'm discussing with. What I form with them will carry me or ruin me.
Yes.
I cannot allow myself to be hoodwinked, blindsided. The first thing a woman expects, and she won't tell you, is protectiveness. Or you providing the kind of leadership that keeps her in check. A woman expects you to protect her from herself.
Yes. From herself.
Yes. I know we're being told to protect her from the world.
Yes.
But a woman also has another side of herself that your leadership will keep her in check. For example, everybody will test boundaries on flirting with outsiders, or even an ex who pops back, or the way they dress, or if they post anything online, or, you know, are you just okay with people posting bikini photos online? I don't know, poolside photos, beach photos, nudity, these kind of indecent photos with everyone. She may have the character to respect herself, but your leadership and where you have boundaries and firmness on what you expect because you are jealous of her, because you love her, helps her to stay aligned.
Okay.
I told you the same principle that secretly men expect a woman of high standards to keep him on the high ground.
Yes.
This is human nature. Even if that's not who I am, I wouldn't go around philandering.
Yeah.
being with the right person who does not, I know that's not something they can ever tolerate, reinforces the right behavior.
Yeah.
So a woman who is already a good woman, is decided to be committed to the husband, who is committed. We're not talking about a person who has no character and they're pretending. No, we're talking about a person who is sincere.
Yes.
But sometimes even she's human and she has weaknesses and temptations. And sometimes she may step over accidentally. But if you are a yes man, who is just too understanding, too accommodating, you can't dare to displease her. You can't say no to anything. You keep quiet even when you are being disrespectful. When this is crossing boundaries, and she comes home late, she stays too much at work, does not remember to attend her duties. She's talking to, I don't know which man on phone throughout the evening, talking anyhow, and you are too afraid
to say something.
Yes. You see, when men have been pursuing a woman, he falls in love, gets obsessed with her. When she finally gives him a chance to be with her, he may be too afraid to displease her by saying no to anything.
Yeah. She might go. That's what he thinks.
If the man does not flip from being the pursuer, the one who's wooing her, to the leader who also provides standards, that's a flip that a boy can't make. Leadership is not inborn, it's not for boys.
Yes.
That's why marriage is not for young men. A young man should be growing, discovering the world, establishing the foundations of his kingdom.
Yeah.
When you marry young as a young man, you are selling yourself short. You are entering a life of endless battles and struggles. You'll be on the receiving end. You'll be blindsided on 1,000 things. And that's one reason we don't engage even in inbox with young people just indulge in marriage. You decided to do things you don't have theory for, and then you've gone to the practicals. You're asking me why you're experiencing explosions. You put in potassium in water because you don't know whether this is potassium, this is water. You don't know sodium chloride versus, you don't know what, you just
what
came here.
explodes.
You cannot explain it.
Yes.
That's too much theory. Take yourself to a theory class. That's what Form 1s are asking us.
Yeah.
Why am I experiencing explosions? Chemists, one of them burnt me. What are you doing in the laboratory before you know the theory? There is a system to life.
Oh, yes.
There is a system to life. People have been told, there's no formula to life, there's no formula, figure it out as you go, do whatever you want. Okay, it's your life. Even God said that before you live and death. I advise you to choose life. Knowledge gives you life. Ignorance gives you death. The one thing every young person needs is to just go study how life operates. One way that life operates is marriage requires the man to be the leader. And when you found a woman you love, you pursue her, you pour on her, you like her, but after you become a union, you don't remain worshipful.
Yeah.
That you're so afraid that she might leave.
Yes.
You know you're confident, you know your value, and you also know your role as the leader there.
Yeah.
So now you step up and show healthy possessiveness that this is my woman. My woman does not entertain the world sexually. And it does not mean reading the riot act to her. These things don't come from quarreling, they come from expressing your views about healthy relationship. Many of the agreements we have about values come from our dialogue, our conversations. And what I expect from a married woman. What I expect from a committed woman. So if this guy does not have any boundaries, any firmness, the woman feels alone.
Yes.
She does not feel protected in the sense of own me. You need to own her as your woman. There's a sense that this is my woman. She needs to feel like I belong to someone. I told guys that they need to have an aggressive side so that their woman can say confidently, if you joke with me, my husband will come for you.
Yes, that's a big statement.
You can't be too soft.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your woman should be able to brag, some bragging rights. That if she needs a manly backup, she'll get it from you.
Yeah, she has someone.
Sometimes women are dealing with just life and a staff who's stressful and they're showing them attitude. And she needs to put him in check. So you accompany her as moral support. Just being there.
Yeah.
Sometimes the man needs that to an aggressive presence. Don't be too soft. The men are supposed to have some ruggedness. Does not mean you go picking fights everywhere.
Yes.
But you can't be another woman.
Honestly, yeah.
The dog's back is the
Yes.
man who checks.
Yes.
Remember that research in the UK that showed that men responded faster from their sleep by the rattle of leaves, some noise outside, than by the movements of the baby in the same room with them.
True. You actually won't hear how.
And the woman hears the baby more than she hears a rattle of leaves outside. They said it's psychological. The man has hormones that are for safety and protectiveness, that detect danger. So outside is danger. The woman has hormones for affection and nurturing, protecting the child. So she's responding more to the calls for help of the child.
Yes.
So you will hear both, but what you are more tuned to as a man is protecting the family. What she's more tuned as a mother is protecting the child.
Yeah.
So you need to maintain your nature. This society, men are painting their fingers, putting lipstick, walking a certain way, becoming just soft and losing their spine.
Yeah.
We have many people trying to talk, teach, but you look, it's a guy, is it a guy, is it a guy? There's a lot of unfairness going on in the sports world. Men are going to compete with women. And you see how unfair it is.
Yeah.
It's a race, it's something, but this is clearly a man.
This is a man.
It's just unfair.
Yes.
It's coming. So we are in a very confused generation. I want to ask men to remain true to their element. It gives you a lot of you have no competition. You have monopoly in your relationship. There's no other man there.
Yes.
Stop being a woman. There's enough women from their wife. Be a man.
Yes.
Just be a man. There's a lot of adventure and satisfaction in being true to yourself.
Yeah.
Because there are things there that are only meant for you. So the one thing the woman expects, and she won't ask you for it, is when you set the bar, is the man of the home.
Yeah.
Before you build a home, you have a relationship. So she's imagining when we are living together in a home, the order you will set.
Yes.
The second one involves reverse psychology, and women love reverse psychology a lot.
Oh.
Women, they're really passive aggressive because they don't like to be aggressive and direct. So they like to go the other way, to learn truth without threatening,
Yes.
to appear harmless while they are trying to keep themselves safe
Yes.
and get every information they need.
Yes.
To talk this way so that you can tell them this way. If they come directly, you'll be defensive and alert.
Yeah.
If they go...
Especially alert.
Yes.
Yes.
So a woman expects you to have firm boundaries around the opposite sex, the men in her life, to know whether you have any firm boundaries about the women in your own life. If you approach life with open door policy, she knows you also have open door policy out there.
Yeah.
There's something about how you praise your woman, how you cherish her, how you pour affection on her, that makes you very protective by nature. What we treasure, we don't want to share it.
Yeah.
You remember the Oedipus complex when a baby does not run to compete with you for you with your own spouse. They learn that you talk on phone a lot with another person there.
Yes.
They come fighting with the phone.
Yes.
Even when they were minding their business, you realize you're on phone now with that person you're always talking with.
They'll throw it away.
Before they learn that person is called daddy.
Yeah.
This is competition. You know what? This is competition.
Yeah.
So it comes up with us from the time we are born.
Yeah.
We want to own what we love.
Especially boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
They really, who is that other man here talking to my mom?
Yes.
So, and girls also do that way with their father a lot. Another woman here, always talking to my dad.
Guarding territories.
Yes. So if it is so evident even before we are conscious of life, how much more when now you're married and the woman feels, one way a woman knows she's a queen in your life is when you are always elevating her in your sight, calling out the best side of her. She has the beauty that you fell in love with. There's something disheartening when a person pursues you, likes you, praises all this, convinces you that you are what he wants to adore his life. Then after that, you don't hear much about it.
Yeah.
What shifted? Was it a lie? You know?
Yeah, looks like that.
You know? And what are you supposed to do? Because a woman does not want a situation where she's always under pressure to perform, to convince you, to win you over again, to change herself this way, to transform to the other one. Nobody wants to settle in a place where they are not quite good enough. They need to keep adjusting to. So a woman, one way she knows by reverse psychology that she's still the best in you is when you are naturally, even without thinking about it, protective of her. When you are naturally, you respond to her beauty and you want it to yourself. I told men that one way you know you have something good is when other men turn heads when she passes. So this does not mean dressing you so dull that the world doesn't see you.
Yeah.
No, it means, oh, your beauty is for me. The world may notice, but they don't access. That is the difference.
Yeah.
They may notice,
but not access.
Yes.
Yes.
Just know that when a woman expects that you amplify what shines in her. That's too sensitive to ask for.
Yes.
Before you came in, she was by herself, dressing herself up. When you come in, you become the bouncing board, the mirror.
Yeah.
And when a man has found what he loves and he wants to brag with it, it's a matter of pride for me to make sure that guys notice I have something.
Yes.
It's a matter of pride.
Yeah, it would feel nice.
They really must take note. So when a man has found what he wants to brag with, he will highlight her strengths. Give her the outfits and ideas that he knows will make her pop.
Value addition.
That is, she will feel as if she now has somebody with whom they work, a producer of her show.
Yeah.
If we can use that terminology.
Yes.
That her presentation to the world now has another backup. Previously, she was the front manager, how it looks through the front, how it works in the back end. Now in the back end, there's an engineer.
Yeah.
Who tells you what comes out better. Try this one, try the other one, try the other one. When the man arranges himself behind her to make her beauty shine more, clothes come out better, talent shine more, just how her presentation becomes more catchy, how she walks, how she presents in the world becomes more just that, and it may not even be something they sit down to discuss every day.
Yeah.
It's the feedback. It's what they agree this works. It's how and remember, the woman is transforming through seasons.
Yeah.
They transition through seasons. A woman has seasons where this kind of clothes work, this one don't work, this one need to work on this weight, the other one. He becomes an insider now, but also one who is so committed to make her glow.
Yeah.
It's a frustration when a woman has to get you interested, has to keep asking you whether this looks good, whether you notice the hair, whether so the man is not into the details of hair or that. He just the whole of you, how you're glowing.
Yeah.
Because I'm interested in how you're glowing at this time in your life.
Yes.
Your girlfriends may comment on the nails. Your girlfriends may tell you about whether that lipstick sticks with you.
Yes.
But what the husband does is a very different game. He tells you, these clothes, I think you have used them for 6 months now. Can you get others? No girlfriend is coming to tell you that.
Yes, definitely.
What the husband tells you is that, I think I saw a shop somewhere that seems to have a different, let's pass by there.
Yeah.
You can, as you pass, notice something good. You go around, come, checking, trying to upgrade you always. Checking, this style works well for. I love it so much. The reward here is this, which is one of the unique things for anybody to do for you. when you get interested as a man to elevate the woman's beauty and charm, she adopts your style as a compliment. She incorporates your preferences in her style. And she'll do many things just because you like them. And you've now become a partner in what we are drawing. The woman's beauty is more of a work of art. We are bringing it out.
Yes.
Many women are very beautiful, just like just that there's no artist to highlight it.
Definitely.
If the man is the artist to highlight it, and they're collaborating with the woman, she will be walking around looking like a spectacle. Because two people, there's a mind behind her, there's a producer of that show, there's somebody behind the scenes in the back end helping her pop it out, and then he feels proud that he now not only married a beautiful woman, he's part of how she glows. And she rewards him by making sure she incorporates what she loves, his ideas. If you see a woman who's walking and she looks unbelievable, you always know there are two minds behind it. I always know there are two brains behind it. That there's a man who gives her the male perspective and helps in drawing, putting the paint, the paintbrush touch, the finer touch. When two people working together, they form a mastermind. When a woman's beauty is a mastermind of two perfectly united people, you can't beat her. You cannot compete with that kind of woman. So this is the only time the woman glows more than she glowed when she was single. If you've been wondering why some become more beautiful after getting married. Because now they have somebody else with whom to think, with whom to search, with whom to finance it, with whom to design it, with whom to elevate it, with whom to create it. Dressing well, packaging a woman is a lot of work. That's why if you do it.
It's a lot of work.
It takes a lot of details. A lot of details. When two people are committed to do it, they will hack it. That's why one woman maintains an aura that does not fade. While few, 1 in 1,000, can neither ever, because you get a designer who you pay, but they're here on contract. You get another person who just appears, gives you ideas. But a partner is with you for 10 years, 20 years. They learn. You can get genius ideas because of collaboration. The woman expects the man to join. And bring his mind as well. That admiration, now give it input. And she feels like now she has a backup to elevate her game. You're not just always judging. I give you 2 over 10. I give you 3 over 10. I give you 4 over 10. You're not just scoring her now. No, you're saying, how are we doing?
You're helping.
You're part of her score now. You don't now say, now you see now your game has gone down. You're no longer even interested. No, I'm saying, how are we doing? I have joined. The woman feels relieved that she's no longer being judged. She's being helped.
Now you're a team. Wow. Let me read something here. That is a dating right, a concise guide. Someone with very low self-esteem. Being even friends with someone who has a very low self-esteem is draining because you have to be careful about everything you say and do, lest they misinterpret it. I feel that's also a deal breaker. You have to reassure them constantly about your faith in them and their capabilities, which they constantly question. Now, talking about maybe asking questions, I'm thinking about some fetishes people have. Let's go sexual, okay? How do you discuss some things yet you're not in marriage? Because some things are too serious for when you're dating, especially if you're dating right and straight. When do you discuss
The most direct method is premarital counseling, because that's the topic. There's a counselor there who brings up that subject. Because people may have had addictions or incidences or things. Which may never come up in your discussions. That's the most direct. The other method is to read a book on that. If you're reading a book together about those subjects, then you can discuss that chapter. You can get to that. The other one is the general. You see that you look for the story yourself. That people are breaking up after discovering this person kept quiet with a deal breaker in the sexual area. And you ask this person's opinion. That indirect method helps a lot. Whenever you see stories that are happening out there, you bring them for group discussion. You discuss.
Oh, yes.
You hear what. That's a very safe way to bounce off ideas. And you can actually create them.
True.
You can create those stories. You say your friend is asking this. She just discovered the guy has pornography tendencies.
Yeah.
She's wondering what she should do about that. I'm wondering now, what is that? Why? What would you advise?
You get his opinions.
Yes.
Live and direct, indirectly.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's so amazing to hear how much you know about us women. Yeah, so amazing. Thank you so much, our viewers, for being part of this conversation. See you next time.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome